They'll attack everything. Some games, they'll just attack you, but they won't attack the animals. Will attack you, but not the AI. Not with Far Cry. I have literally sat down about to attack a camp, saw a tiger's cage, shot it, and then had the tiger take out the entire camp for me, and then it's liberated. It's great. But of course, you gotta stay away from the tiger because it will come after you, and that brings me to the wildlife. The wildlife on Far Cry 3's island is amazing. I mean, it really feels like a living ecosystem. You go around the island, and you'll see, there's all sorts of things. There's Komodo dragons, there's goats, there's birds, there's tigers, there's foxes, there's all sorts of animals. There's sharks too. And I mean, you'll see, two Komodo dragons just, chase after a goat, or you'll see, a couple of birds on the ground fleeing from a fox, and you'll see all these different things constantly as you're going through. Not to mention all these sounds in the jungle. The jungle really feels alive, like you're actually in a jungle, and it's really quite amazing. Yeah, I mean the wildlife is always there. It is always there, and again, it will attack you or the AI. But that brings me to my next point. There's the crafting in the game is, you can, if you want to hunt the animals, you can hunt the animals, and based on what you hunt, you can make say, I think you can make like a bigger wallet to hold more money from like one pig skin, or you can make like something. I don't remember exactly what but it was like a holster or something by skinning like 2 sharks and getting their skin. Yes, skinning sharks. You can do it. It's very weird. Pretty damn terrifying. You basically, I mean, I'm sure people at this point have found better ways to do it, but the way I did it was I essentially stood on the shore, waited for that, classic Jaws shark fin to come at me, and I, just took aim, fired, and dove, and this shark will sink. You'll dive down, skin it somehow underwater, and get out as fast as you can before another shark eats you. And I've done that, and it's really fun. But yeah, you got crafting system, so you can craft wallets and larger wallets, larger rucksacks, weapon holsters, ammo holsters, a ton of things from animal hides that you can get around the island. You can also craft things from the plants that you find around the island. You can craft medicine. You can craft hunting like concoctions. A bunch of different concoctions. One being hunting, like for instance, for hunting you can have like animal repellent. So any animal that comes near you, it won't attack you for a certain amount of time. That could give you an advantage, or you could use it to your advantage with some enemies. Whatever you want to do. There's other things like combat enhancers, like combat things that you can make, you can craft, like enhanced perception, where you can essentially it describes it as you see enemies through their smell, and you see like bombs and chemicals from their, the fumes, but essentially what happens for you is you see the enemies through the walls. You see the bombs, and it's pretty cool. And there's a lot of different, you can craft so many different things. It's really great. Store system is pretty basic, again, I didn't have to use the store that many times because I got the radio tower, but you go to merchants, or you can, do it on the select button and get to but you know what? Let's not talk about the store. It's basic, and there's not really anything too special about it. The environment's Far Cry 3. The surface island looks great, like the initial island that you are on. It's great. It looks beautiful, like at dusk and dawn. It looks great. And at night, all the constellations and the stars look amazing. But it gets so much better. The environments really do look more and more. They look better and better as the game progresses. I mean, you'll go. Again, minor spoilers, but not too many. I mean, you'll get great things like crumbling mines. You'll go into environments like crumbling mines, like overgrown underground ancient temples, the bowels of ships, of flooded ships. I mean, there's a diverse set of environments, locations, and missions in this game. That's another thing, is that every mission really does feel different. I mean, sometimes you're hang gliding into places, sometimes you're diving in. I mean, you're taking enemies' uniforms sometimes. I mean, it really does. You're not going to get you're really not going to see a lot of repetition in this game. The missions really do feel different, and it's nice. You know, it's real hard to get bored. It is definitely real hard to get bored. Um, you know, 1 second. Sorry, take a look at my notes here. Yes, Crocs. Oh, Crocs are terrifying as well. There's also in the game. Another great thing, the combat. Like I said, it keeps you on your toes, like normal firefights and stuff keep you on your toes. But the really cool thing, and one of I think the highlights of Far Cry 3 is definitely, besides the crafting and stuff, I would definitely say is the different. I mean, you learn skills, so you'll learn skills, and each skill is represented by a tattoo on your arm, and that tattoo, this tattoo gets more and more intricate as the game goes on. You learn more and more skills, and that looks pretty cool, by the way. But you learn different types of skills. You can learn, and a lot of different cool takedowns, like, you know, your normal takedown, you hit where you come behind a guy and just knife him, and there's that normal takedown. There's also like grenade takedowns, where you come behind the guy, stab him, pull the grenade, kick him away, and let him explode, Uncharted 3 style. You know, you got the knife throw takedown. I think that's what it's called, but that's what it is. I mean, if there's someone, you take down one guy from behind, and then, you know, a little prompt will show up above an enemy who's in close proximity to you, and you'll throw the knife at that guy, taking out two guys. There's also the chain takedown, which is freaking awesome. Sometimes really hard to pull off, but always immensely satisfying, where you'll come behind a guy, take him down, and then just hit the L. I'm playing on PS3, by the way, so you hit but I'm pretty sure which would be the same on Xbox 360. Not sure about PC, but you know, on PS3, you hit the L3 button to just move forward, essentially, and after you take down the first guy, you just essentially aim that L3 at every guy, and you'll just chain take down guy after guy after guy. It's pretty freaking cool. And there's things like death from above, where you just, you know, you're on a ledge above a guy, and you just come down, knife him. Double death from above as well. There's another sort of Uncharted thing where there's death from below, where you reach up and you rip the guy, you knife him and rip him down the ledge. A lot of cool takedowns. This game, the gameplay is pretty damn awesome. Also, the mechanics, the driving mechanics on this game are awesome. Like, any vehicle you drive is going to feel great. It is going to feel great, and that goes for the guns too, and the weapons. Like, you know, the driving mechanics are great. You really feel like you're driving. It feels kind of, you know, not exactly stable, because you're on an island and the roads are kind of bumpy. But yeah, the vehicles feel great to drive. Weapons feel and sound great. I mean, you can hear the echo, and the shell casings come out, and everything sounds and feels awesome. The characters too, I like the characters. You know, Jason is interesting. He's very interesting character. Kind of wish they had fleshed him out a little bit more, just in terms of his backstory, but you know, some tragic things happen to some of the characters, and all your friends that surround you, that you're trying to rescue, they feel like actual people. Like, this is a minor spoiler. It's not gonna really. It's a minor spoiler. So just be aware. There's this part where you're rescuing your girlfriend Lisa, and she's driving. she's driving the vehicle while you're on the back firing at enemies, and she's like, I can't drive straight, and Jason's kind of being a dick, and he's saying, drive straight. What are you doing? Drive straight. And she's like, they're shooting at me, and you can feel the vehicle wobbling. Unlike how it normally is when like it's wobbling and it's veering from side to side because she's having trouble because people are shooting at her. And there's just moments like that in the game that really make the characters feel real. Like, that's not a stupid thing. She's a normal person who's never been shot at, and you'll see a lot of different moments like that in the game, and it's great. I really do like the characters in this game. Sorry, I'm holding my iPhone, so I gotta keep it steady. But yeah, you really will feel, these characters feel real. They feel like actual characters. Let's see. Take a look at my notes one more time. Few more different things I want to say, I think. There's a couple things that, they're not really complaints so much as just small gripes, but when you're driving, don't touch the R3 at all. The right joystick, don't touch it at all, because it's a really weird camera movement that I flipped over numerous vehicles just accidentally hitting, just nudging the R3, the right joystick, and it veers the camera all over the place. I don't like it. Also, some of the hallucinations get just a little annoying because you get infinite. There's sometimes you'll have hallucinations where you'll see people and you have to shoot them, and you'll have infinite ammo, but you have to reload, and sometimes the reload are slow, and minor gripes again, but it did get a little annoying. One thing that's definitely a complaint on my part is the fire. You can catch fire really easily, and you can put yourself out, heal yourself, but it gets really irritating, especially when you're in combat. And there's a lot of guys that throw Molotovs and such, but even and that can get very jarring. But just if you're next to a small torch or something, and you just skim by it and your entire right side of your body just catches fire, it's kind of annoying. But in combat, again, it keeps you on your toes, but it's pretty annoying. Sorry, bear with me. The notes, I always have a lot of notes. Nope, I think that about covers it. I mean, for some people the game may drag on a bit. It's a pretty long game. The campaign took me about 20 hours. I mean, for whatever reason, well, yeah, it took me about 20 hours or so. Yep, so that's pretty much the extent of my notes and the things that I want to say about Far Cry 3. It's a great game. I do have some minor qualms with it, but definitely nothing that spoils the experience at all. I recommend it to anyone really who likes action games, who likes games with compelling narratives, interesting characters. I personally, I didn't play Far Cry. I tried to get into Far Cry 2. I downloaded it. Couldn't get into it at all. Just was not my bag at all. But Far Cry 3, jumped into it, started having fun, and it got better and better as the game went on. So I definitely recommend it. I'd say as a score, I'd give Far Cry 3 an 8.5. Definitely worth getting. Play the game. I will see you next time on Late Great Game Reviews. See you later.